What's up, guys? So today I'm going to talk to you all about the Houndmaster. Some of you have been asking for the video. I apologize for how long it took. Let's get down to this. So I'm just using a level 0 as an example, just kind of to show you guys what I would recommend as far as setup, what combat skills, just like the other videos. So here we go. So to start off, a Houndmaster, what type of character he is? So this is going to be a utility class. When I say utility, I mean that he will excel in mitigating, not dealing, but mitigating damage and stress, or reducing stress even throughout the party. He will not be a great damage dealer. He will be good at scouting, which is another thing that will help when it comes to mitigating stress. But he's also really good at relieving stress with these camping skills he has. So we'll kind of start, first of all, to talk about where you're going to play him. So primarily, you're going to use him like a dodge tank. That's the way I see this character. And you can play it a lot of different ways because it is utility. But when I envision playing it and how I utilize him is I use him as a dodge tank. I play him mostly in slot 2. The reason I choose slot 2 is because with all my experience in the game, it's almost 1,000 hours, I primarily find position 1 and 2 are taking the most damage due to the abilities of the enemies that you're facing. So if you know what dungeon you're going into and you know some of their abilities are primarily targeting position 1 and 2, he's a good option. He's really good in longer dungeons because there's going to be a lot more stress to be dealt typically over a longer dungeon. Now, longer dungeons can be easier to manage because you get 2 camps. However, there are some longer dungeons where you get absolutely fucked with your layout and you end up getting really, really bad RNGs coming at you with, just, you guys know, the bad layouts, and that becomes really difficult to manage. But he's a good option for any type of mitigation of damage and stress, and even stress reduction. When we look at how you use him, primarily you're going to use him to scout, and you're going to use him to mark. Those are the 2 ways that he is utilized in combat. He's, like I said, he's not going to deal a ton of damage, but he can help others deal a ton of damage. So he pairs well with anything that benefits from a mark. So obviously the bounty hunter is primarily the one you're going to say that is going to do the most damage. But you also have the Arbalest with the sniper shot that she does pretty well with as well. So don't forget about her. But those are primarily the 2 classes I'd recommend pairing them with as far as a best fit. A couple other things they do pretty well, which can help you, is they have a bleed. They can affect all members of the monsters you're facing. And another thing they have that's really, really good is they have prot mitigation. So, the armored maggots or some of those bosses like the skeleton that has prot now and is pretty rough to deal with. He's somebody you can utilize the Houndmaster for. So consider that. But when using their Hound's Rush, keep in mind that it performs well against beasts. So remember that as you're going through dungeons that are primarily beast focused. Now, if we look through the combat skills and what you're going to take, the 2 you're obviously going to take are going to be Target Whistle and Hound's Rush. You're going to take those every single time. When you look at the other 2 and the options you have, I feel that the Guard Dog is a really, really strong option here, and that's what I will take. So I will take Hound's Rush, Target Whistle, and Guard Dog as my primary 3. And then depending on the situation, I may take Lick Wounds. I don't ever take Blackjack because I don't believe in stun. And with the latest patch, you're even punished more for stunning. Stunning, in my opinion, should be a last-ditch option. Other people disagree, but I think more people are coming in line with the way that I feel after the last patch notes. Just my opinion. He also has a little stress heal, but primarily you're going to heal stress at a camp. You want to really focus on dealing damage, and if you're dealing damage, then if you're not taking the Lick Wounds, you're going to take Hound's Harry. So those are the combat skills you're going to choose. As far as the quirks you're going to look for, Evasive is one you absolutely want to lock if you're going to use him like a dodge tank. There's a lot of other options. I think speed is a good one for him as far as quirks go, and anything that increases crit is always good to have because that can help with your stress mitigation as well. Now, one reason you may not take crit is because if you're going to use a Houndmaster, what you'll find is their trinket selection really benefits dodge. And if you ever wonder what you should be doing or what you should be stacking, take a look at the trinkets now. They've had a few balance passes, and the devs have done a really good job at giving you an indicator on how to play the class based off of what stats they give you on the trinkets now. I imagine they'll have one final pass before the launch, but just primarily, if you never know what to take on a character, take a look at what's on their trinkets that are class specific. But these are two that are fairly common that I feel, you know, generally benefit almost everybody. Another good one would be the Camouflage Cloak. Anything that increases dodge or increases speed is a good option. You're not going to do a lot of damage, so that minus 5% damage on the protective collar doesn't really hurt you. Because your job is really not to do damage. That's up to the bounty hunter, that's up to the lepers, that's up to, you know, other classes. Your primary function with this guy is to help mitigate damage and mitigate stress. So when we look at the stress relief that he has and how you can utilize these, so the camping skills I'm going to recommend are Therapy Dog, reducing stress by 25 for any companion, Man's Best Friend, reducing stress by 20 only on the Houndmaster, and then Release the Hound, which improves the scout chance by 70%, which is really, really good. That can help a lot with, I mean, so much. It can help you just completely avoid fights that you don't need to take, or traps, or hallways you don't need to go down. I think scouting is invaluable, and I think it's extremely underrated. I think so many people focus so much on damage and camping early that they ignore the effects of scouting and how much it can help you. And I think when the Darkest Dungeon comes out, you'll see that even more impactful. So anyway, that is what you're going to take with the Houndmaster. Hopefully that was helpful for you. I will be doing some videos on the patch notes. The latest big patch, I'm really waiting on it to be hot fixed and balanced and get through all the hot fixes before I make the video. But you guys can expect to see that probably over the next week. I'll have that out. And then also I'll be doing a new video on the Abomination. When the game is released, you can expect to see another probably 5 to 10 videos I'll put out. I'll update all the class recommendations I have once launch hits. So I don't want to do it before then or until I see the patch notes. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. See you.